Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to TeamODZ Live and another workout day for Rick. Today's an easy one, isn't it, Rick?
Sure. It's all about how you look at it, right?
Yeah, it's all a matter of perspective.
There. I wanted to do this one today because it's long, it's high TSS, a lot of effort being put out, a lot of higher zones, most of it's higher zones, 3 and higher. And I wanted to test this high carb drink on that to see how I feel at the end of 2. The only problem is I only got 1 packet because my other stuff that I'm going to use for the race should be coming in the mail soon. Yeah. But this one has 50 grams of carbohydrates in it. There we go. Now I'm doing a little better. I'm at 100 RPM. I was having trouble with that before. Whew. Oh, come on. Need to get through this. Let's block it. And I'll at least be in a lower power zone. Thanks for the ride on, Owen.
Hey up, Owen.
Definitely pushing the fatigue today.
How are we? Well, I'm good. Rick will be good when his workout's done.
Yeah.
What gave that impression, Owen?
Oh yeah, it's definitely fun. I definitely chose one for a challenge before I leave. I'm hoping this helps with the pre-travel stress I've been experiencing. Trying to get everything in order before I leave. Kind of reminds me of how much I may actually be a bit of a control freak with things. My list is way too long of stuff, and I feel like I need to let everybody I'm leaving behind know exactly how to do things, and it's stressing me out. Once I get on the plane, I should be good. Hopefully that's not when the turbulence starts. Although, I did look at the ticket. One of the parts I forgot about with cheap flights is that it's like if you book 2 tickets, it's like they purposely set you on 2 opposite sides of the plane in order to get you to pay an extra $50 per seat to sit next to each other. So Grace is way in the back of the plane on one side of the aisle. I'm on the other in the front. But I'm thinking I'll go back because her seat is the middle seat. So that tells me that it's probably 2 separate people. So I'm going to ask them if one of them would like the window seat up front so that I can sit next to my daughter. We'll see. I think any reasonable person would be like, okay, sure.
Unless they happen to be sat next to their daughter.
Well, that's the thing. She's in the middle, so they'd be sat next to my daughter. Either one. Unless if somehow they're like sat on either side of her and they're together. But if all else fails, I'm going to give her my window seat and sit in the middle of 2 new people. Oh, here we go again. My heart rate's definitely showing the travel stress.
Oh well. The person I was riding with has vanished.
All right, this one's number 4. One more,
off.
and then I can start the workout.
We'll find someone else to ride with. I did see Jerry was riding. I think he's about to finish.
I really like how this workout's designed to completely try to wear me out before the meat and potatoes of the workout starts.
Are you impressed, Owen? I am. I'm impressed that even though Rick is doing such a hard workout, he can still talk.
I've had a few times so far that it's hard. Thing is, when I go quiet, then I start thinking about how much time I have left.
Ooh, Therese just started riding. Let's wait for her to get some going.
What in the world? My laptop's doing something.
Doing a workout. We were having this discussion last week. Yeah, I know. If you haven't noticed something about Rick, he does the same thing quite a lot. Like saddle adjustments, like trainer adjustments.
Very habitual. That's why leaving for vacation is so stressful. That just reminded me, needed to control my breathing.
Oh, there's someone to ride with.
30 seconds. Ah. He's showing me I need to work on my breathing today because the stress of getting. My recovery is not as good.
He's just past me. Where is he? Which is down? What's he wearing? There we go. Found you.
There we go. Only 1 hour and 20 minutes left. That means I am kind of running where I want to be on time. Maybe a little later than I want to be. Yeah, sometimes I have a really bad delay when I'm watching the stream. Like, especially when I give the release the Kraken, and it like I do it before the final sprint, but then it ends up showing up just as they're crossing on. All right, last VO2 effort coming up. At least there's no more VO2s. And I get to reduce it down to 1 minute FTP efforts. And then 1 minute at tempo. Much better. Or no, not tempo. At high zone 2. Maybe that
Right on
tempo.
from Jamel. He's up.
He's awake. All right, here we go. Strong for the last one.
Yeah, that's quite. That's got quite a delay to it. That has. Another 2 weeks and a bit to mine. 3 weeks, just under 3 weeks. Let's see what day it's on.
I'm not feeling my strongest. Ah.
So I got my new radio home yesterday, unboxed it, and I let Hope peel the protective feet off the display.
Yeah.
I mean, short of popping bubble wrap, there is nothing more satisfying than pulling that off.
Wow.
That's done.
There, those are over. I feel like I can do those 15-15s with less system stress than these VO2s. But I guess that's how they're designed, right? Those are more anaerobic, and this is a mixture. Ooh. Yeah. All right. I get 5 minutes at full revolvery. Oh, there you go. Stage 4 starting. Wow. They're early, 6:40 in the morning. We wake up and there's a whole part of the world that's already been going about their day. That's why Americans are so fat, because we wake up so late. Europe's already up and at 'em. Or sorry, Americans aren't fat, they're large. They're big boned. I've done a 30-15. Horrible. Bad idea. I feel like we did a 30-15 once. That was like, wasn't it like 18 or 20 of them in one city? That was horrible. The whole time you were telling me,
I can't get a word in.
To fail, and I was like, no. Okay, go ahead.
Weren't you doing 15-15s yesterday?
Yeah, much better. They were very high ones, though. I mean, they were like switching up, playing around with wattages where it's like the first one started out with 550. So it was just really making the legs hurt. And then stayed in the high 400s after that. But then the next one gave like rests at like 385. It felt like rests. But then it would like hit 550 at the end just to go and like really test your resolve. So it definitely made up for the short sets. I don't know if I could do 30 seconds at that. Yeah, that seems like in the reasonably hard area for doing 30 15s. I would imagine if you're going 200% for 30 15s, that's totally setting up for failure. That's like designed to absolutely 99.9% chance that you fail this mission.
Yeah,
but making them 15 seconds made it doable.
It's somewhere around there, Owen.
My heart rate still wasn't getting super high. Like it just got higher on this one, obviously. But man, the legs, that's the thing though, is like at that point, the workout, the plan helps out so much because it does so much work on flushing lactate that it's like, that by the time you get to that point, your legs are definitely working a little better. And it sets you up to be able to accomplish those better. Unlike Jamel, who he's been joining me on 2 hard ones lately, and it's like each time he feels like he has to stop, and I'm like, well, that's because he didn't do the full workout thing. That's my only advantage. Because Jamel is definitely a stronger rider than I am at heart. He can get over 1,000 watts on a sprint. That's insane. I'm excited if I get over 900. He says he can hit 1,400 when he's actually all trained up for it.
I've hit 1,300 outside.
Jeez. I could try that. I'd also be concerned about, well, I'd have to practice a little bit outside after doing it so much inside so that I don't chuck my wheel around and send myself towards the pavement. I think I'm doing pretty good though, because I tried that and I still stand, but I was doing that the other day and automatically my body makes up for the fact that I'm on a bike outside, so. And the 1,400 is just a leg stretch. I'm jealous, hard close. I wish that was the case for me. Yeah, I'm definitely if I hit high 900s, give me a medal because I am very proud of myself.
You bet. Not close.
I would definitely not consider myself a sprinter.
No, there's no way I'm getting there on Swift, on rollers.
Although mine says I did because of when I was running this kicker on PC, there was a couple times that it dropped out, and right before it dropped out, it pegged the power up to 2,000. So then I got a badge. And it says that's my top power. It's not even close. I think my top power is like, I did hit over 1,000 once, I think. The first time I ever got Zwift. I got on and I was excited to just pedal like hell. So I only had like a minute of time to play with it. Oh yeah, I still took it. What am I going to do? Get a hold of Zwift and be like, could you please take your badge back? No, I'm keeping that badge. There's just a long story attached to it, that's all.
Well, I've had my rollers up to just shy of 1,000. I know I can do more in real life. That was at something crazy like 120 RPM in my top gear.
Ooh, I get cadence adjustments.
I'll put my other resistance drum back on. I'd have 2 resistance drums.
Ooh. Once I get to Florida, I get to, oh, nice. 1,600, not bad. Very good. I'm jealous of that kind of power. I wish I had that in my bag of goodies. I don't. I just have a fierce drive to not lose and an ability to stay at FTP for a long time at that point. Hey, there's the man himself, the myth, the legend.
Mr. Zert.
That would be nice, but none of those descriptions are true. I guess man is.
I was just talking, talking about you.
When did you last check?
I was just talking about you.
Uh-oh.
I was talking about the workout, first of all, about how yesterday was like anaerobic as hell.
It was.
And about how that workout plan definitely helped me get ready for that with like dealing with the lactic acid and stuff. But then I was talking about how the last 2 workouts we've done, you've been like, what the hell? Something's wrong. Something's wrong with your FTP or something. And it's amazing what the whole workout plan does.
The plan, it's not the plan. Well, yesterday the plan made me mad because there was no time for the trainer to spin down. So it was just basically always on with like 7-second rest. But I was mad at you because you're sitting there talking the whole damn time. There's no way, and your heart rate isn't even up. So I'm like, dude, there's no way. There's no way.
A couple of times I got to 170, but today it was definitely up. I was doing, this workout started with 5 3-minute VO2 efforts. Those things get me. The last minute, I'm dying. Hey, man.
But I was at 180 the whole time. Like there was no.
That's the thing. I think the workout plan would get you there. If you had done, because that's the thing is you come in at the end of the workout plan, and you haven't done all that like lactate shuttling and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, you're right.
That I've just been grinding away on for weeks. Because I really it took like 7 weeks for me to all of a sudden be like, whoa, I feel like a new rider all of a sudden. But then I was talking about the fact that you still can hit over 1,000 watts a kilo right now without having been on a training plan recently. And when you're in your sprint, I'm excited if I get above 900.
Being pulled around by Charisse right now. What?
Huh? And Jamel's lighter than me too. Jamel.
I
So
thought you meant me.
he's lighter and he hits well. You are too. Well, actually, we might be getting close now. I'll find out when I get in Florida tonight.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. I was having to hit like 6.2. I was like, dude, this is
yeah, you were a little higher. I mean, there is a potential that I do need to raise my FTP.
A potential?
Yeah. But the way this one's designed, it's an FTP. It's an FTP test in the beginning and then at the end.
I'm surprised they don't put one in the middle.
Yeah. I mean, it's only a 12-week plan. And it does start to get like, these workouts are hard.
Yeah.
And it's just back to back. Like from now on, there are no more like easy zone 2, zone 3 stuff. Now it's just like, oh, zone 3, 4. The zone 3 is your rest. Unless if you're doing VO2, then you do get a zone 2 rest. Or your rest is in between, 15 seconds in between your next 15-second effort.
Yeah. Here you are just walking up a storm, and I'm like, what is this? I was like, this guy needs to fix his data. It's coming in choppy.
But I mean, my heart rate has changed, which is interesting because before my max was set at 91, because during ZRL I hit 91 a few times, or 191, I mean, for heart rate. And now I'm like, I would imagine in a race, my max might be like low 80s, because even on those VO2s, I think my highest was 76 on the last one. 176, I mean. I always forget the ones. Yeah. So I think that right now, like, my programs are seeing that I'm not working as hard. Like yesterday, Garmin saw that as a tempo ride.
Oh, mine said VO2.
It's like, what the heck? But I mean, if it's still showing my heart rate at what it used to, which there's no way to change it in Garmin, I've noticed.
You change your max heart rate?
Yeah, that I've been able to find in that one. Can do it in Strava.
Buried in menus, but it's in there. Yeah, it's in your personal profile for there's like a personal profile data section.
My max is definitely lowered. Like just a matter of 3 weeks ago, I would have been in the 180s with this kind of work. Now I'm sitting in the 170s.
The funny thing is, after that workout, my watch said that I need 80 hours of recovery. I thought that was entertaining.
Did that after my ride to work on Friday. Just a little 9-mile ride. But I guess after the week, it was like, I was like, nope, sorry, Garmin, I'll be riding home tonight. I think it said 40 hours. I'm just like, yeah, no, I'll be riding home. With a tailwind. That was awesome. The headwind on the way to work was horrible. I put out an average of 260. Right around there. Of average power for my ride to work. And still my average speed was only 19 miles per hour. I was just like, what is going on?
You're doing the next one in the workout list?
I decided to go with Mosaic today since I'm flying out in a few hours. So.
Oh yeah, you decided to do one hard.
So I'm just gonna I'll try to max it out today. Strava, I looked at my Strava, try to come up with a training balance, and there's not one. It's not balanced, which is what I was looking for before I left. Just drain myself, and then maybe my body will recover for 3 days of the vacation, and then the rest can be restful. And then we're also staying in a hotel a couple nights, so I might actually hit the Peloton.
Oh God, are we back to that break? Go. I'm not moving. Why am I not moving?
I mean, that could be happening to me, Owen. Could be my reader. It kind of, like, in a way, it's making me feel like that just because of it changed so quickly. But
In all the
I also
damn
felt the
years.
change, and it's still like, yeah, I don't know. And this one isn't based on the strap; it's optical. It's in the same spot I've always had it. I decided your max heart rate was 230. Yeah, it sounds a bit high. Instead, it did the opposite for you. It was like, you know what? You are way out. But that's the thing, yeah, it should be showing everything higher, right? If my max heart rate seems to have gone down, then it would be showing my zone 2 as higher. But I don't know. That's the complicated. But if it's looking at it like that should be my max heart rate. Yeah. And then my max now is like 180 if I'm going all out, which I seem to be able to do very well outside. All I needed is be riding by myself, feeling the need to go faster, and then hit a hill. And I try to keep that speed up subconsciously and get pedaling, and eventually look down and I'm like, whoa, high 170s, what happened? Oh yeah, I'm pedaling at over 300 watts right now. Never happens on Zwift though. I think it's because of the heads up display.
I really like
my
my
chest strap. Used to give me issues.
got my arm right
I
there.
probably needed a new strap. My chest strap probably needed a new strap, but at that point I was like, nah, I'm just gonna get an optical one. This is nonsense. And so far I've been very happy with it.
Same.
My chest strap lasted like maybe a year, maybe not even, before I felt like it wasn't accurate. And then this has been going strong for over 3 now.
And yeah, when I haven't been able to find my armband, I put it in the wash and it's got lost somewhere. I've even just stuffed the transmitter under the back of my glove.
Yeah.
And it worked.
That's the thing. I rarely want to wash my strap because it gets lost so easily.
Yeah, so I usually
on the end.
I usually put mine in the pocket of a jersey.
Yeah. Yeah. It does seem so much easier outside. At least this time of year it does. I mean, that changes once the temperatures start being in the 80s and 90s and high humidity every day, but right now where it's still dry and a little cooler, I'm always just like, this is when I just start recording like 260 average watt rides every time I ride, because I just don't even feel the effort until Unless if it's like the first ride I did where I felt it when it was too late and realized I probably should have thought about that I didn't bring anything to eat. And that was crazy yesterday. Tadej Pogacar and Grant Thomas.
I missed it. You're going to have to tell me
following that
everything
attack.
about it.
They followed an attack with, it was like just under 2 kilometers left. And then the attacker stopped attacking, and then those two just kept going. And they almost made it. They were about 300 meters from the finish line when they, maybe even 2, when they were passed by the sprinters. Tadej Pogacar still tried to put in a sprint effort.
He wants that time on him so he doesn't have to do anything but ride the rest of the days.
Well, yeah, but that one was a little bit like pointless. He could have rode along with the pack and still made pretty good time. But like all of the announcers were saying, like, you know, that wasn't the smartest move, but that it shows that natural racer where he's just like going for it. Well, I've already done this effort, might as well keep going. It feels good. Then to see Grant Thomas following along with him and they were working together. It was pretty cool. There was like absolutely, they didn't do any of that like hesitation stuff near the end where they're both looking back and trying to get one or the other to go forward. It was like they were actually working together all the way to the line. Their mamas didn't raise any fools. Well, maybe they have some little brothers or sisters or something that are fools, but they're not fools. No, I didn't see
People are
that.
now saying that he's the only competition for Pudgy.
Oh yeah, I didn't get back to you on yesterday from that messenger message. I couldn't open up. For some reason, it didn't give me any option to open up the workout to see it, but I did see your Strava. But so your race is that today? I'm guessing since that was the pre-race ride. And also to answer your question, no, I didn't see. I don't follow his Strava. I should. Yeah, he does seem like he's playing for sure. Pogacar is. I mean, he's also got to be careful about not wearing himself out, but it's a lot of racing left to go. But that's the thing about him. He's just always, he can always buck the trends. Nice. You feel ready for it? Oh, I see. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, that's the big thing. I'm always like, since I don't race enough, I really need to get like my week leading up to the race really down to what works for me. But in order to do that, like last year, I went into the race with not much changing. I thought I was going to change stuff, and then in the end, I just still ended up doing hard outdoor rides, harder than I planned. But it is kind of nice to get in a good activation ride the day before, but nothing too taxing, I'd imagine. Just to remember that you still have power, that your legs, remind the legs that they can go hard.
I don't think there's enough L's in that, Owen. I know how it rains in the UK. It needs more L's.
That's a long time.
Yeah, it rained for 25 hours yesterday.
Yesterday was a weird day here because it had rained the end of Sunday, all night Saturday, but it was like just drizzle, not a hard rain. And then yesterday the day started out very chilly, but I still wore shorts because I was like, I know today's gonna get better. And man, when it got better, it got better. It was like a slightly humid, real warm kind of thing going on. It was nice. Then the day finished off super sunny. Now today is supposed to be in the mid to high 70s. But then while I'm gone, it's supposed to be like low 60s, 50s, raining most of the time. Feel bad for everybody staying here. I saw that Florida, there's some point later in the week, I think it was like Friday, there's going to be a couple thunderstorms. Other than that, it was all sunny and 90s. Yeah, dry tracks are helpful. All right, what do I do next? 5 minutes at 2:35 or 1 minute at 2:75. Oh, this is where the efforts just keep up for a long time. For the last 35 minutes. But they're not bad. Easy peasy. I'm gonna be done with this in no time. The worst part was just that VO2 startup. Yeah. I'm always concerned about crashing my bike in races. I really don't want to. Or getting hit by a car.
Yeah, that's fun. I still have this thing on my shoulder. Like I swear, like they claim it's fine, but then why does this one have a lip and this one does not? But whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to a specialist soon.
Could be turning into Master Shredder.
Yeah, my whole left side is jacked up. Actually, no, half of my right is too. So it's double messed up.
I have a test you could take.
Oh yeah?
How do you feel about turtles?
They're so cute.
Okay. There's still time.
They're so cute. I want to pull them out of the gutter and take them home in my house and put them in the little thingy.
Pull them out of the sewer where all they eat is pizza.
Yeah.
And hang out with rats.
That they call master.
And news reporters.
Failed news reporters.
Yeah. The ones that hang out with turtles in the store. That is the wackiest
All right, now I gotta figure out how to sign up for Build Me Up. So every time I get in, it doesn't tell me. You ready for Build Me Up?
Idea? Huh? Who came up with that idea? They must have been on one real party to think, yeah, let's create a kids' cartoon about a teenage
So hear me out.
mutant ninja turtles.
And someone was like, you know what? Let's do it.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
They knew they had something there. What are y'all talking about? Come on.
How it worked out.
That was an awesome idea.
I used to have a couple of the figurines and like the slime. I had this one thing, I don't even know what the purpose of it was, but like a plastic little stand with a thing that held the slime above, and then you would put one of the action figures underneath it, and then you drip the slime down on them for whatever reason. I thought it was the coolest thing. Thing with those toys though, they didn't last very long before I'd be like, okay, what do I do with them now? Throw rocks at them, try to knock them over. Whereas Legos, that was the ultimate toy in my childhood.
I miss those little wooden blocks that you use to build up things, but they used to have those little indents in them so that you could lock them together. And
with like they had like the rods or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you'd poke them in.
So,
you would make like log cabins and stuff.
Oh yeah, those things. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
The Lincoln logs.
Yeah.
Those are cool.
So I went in the office yesterday, and on a table near to where I sit, where my desk is, there's a rather large Jenga. I mean, it's made from 2x4s.
Nice. I like that. I like those ones.
Hang on, just let me see.
I actually want to make a set of those at some point. It's actually tough though, because you want to get the right wood. There's a lot of sanding to make them perfect.
Yes. So I told my team leader who's working from home yesterday, she'll be in the office today though. And she said, what? So I took a photograph of it and sent it to her. I said, don't let facilities know it's here, or they'll be telling us that we need to wear steel toe cap shoes to play this.
Helmets. The way I play, I don't know how you play, but the way I play, people need helmets. Yeah, I love Jenga. Jenga's like one of those games that I also used to spend a lot of time when I was younger, like playing Jenga by myself, seeing just how high I could get it. And I just always felt like it was easy to a point. I mean, with the whole idea of that, like you can't use two hands, but you can use one hand and your fingers in all positions.
Oh wow, that's a rule. You can't use two hands?
Yeah.
I've never known that my entire life.
You can only use one at a time, so that you can't like steady the tower and then pull it or do anything like that.
I use two hands, but on one block. Yeah, you're not allowed to touch the tower, but
even with it, like the rules are you're not supposed to like even do this or anything. It's all just like that. And advantage to adults. Kids with their tiny hands can't keep up. And I wreck them every day. But anyway, if you go in, I don't know about 2x4 Jenga though. Those are a little bigger. You might be able to use two hands on those. But what I'll do is like pull the block and then steady with like two fingers, depending on if it's kind of tipping a little bit, and then can kind of like wiggle it out and keep that thing steady while using one hand. They had a giant Jenga in the student bar once. Oh, wow. I'm already feeling tired all this way. Yeah. Tough part about this one now is the fatigue. That's for sure.
How long have you been at this one today?
Hour and a half. Then the rest is just, whew, threshold tempo work, which showing it all as threshold. I think it's because heart rate still stays up in tempo. Only 30 minutes.
We're going to be joined shortly by Timo.
By who?
The leader of the Sea Endurance Builder Ride.
Ah. Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't hear what you said. Okay. Hey,
There he
what's
is.
Morning, fellas. How we doing?
Doing
up?
great.
Not bad. How about you?
Nice. That's funny. I was going to join you guys, and then I was like, nah, they're probably doing something way harder than me.
I'm not. I'm just hopping between friends. I saw you riding.
You never know.
Yeah.
So far, I've ridden with Mimi, Charisse, and one of my friends, and now you.
Nice. Perfect.
I'm doing a big workout before I have to catch a plane.
Where are you flying to?
I'm trying to do a hard workout before work.
Oh, friggin' work.
But figure I'll get the TSS up before I have a week of no riding.
Yeah, no kidding. Where'd you say you were going, Rick?
To Florida.
Oh, nice. That'll
Yeah,
be crappy. Probably weather is bad.
Yeah, it's horrible down there. Too much sun, you know?
Yeah, totally.
It actually probably will feel like that for a little bit till this
yeah,
northern
shock
season
is-
gets used to it. I'll probably
I
have
hear ya.
like rashes for the first day.
Totally. Dude, I know what you're saying. Like, our weather, we're still just at freezing and overnight.
Oh,
and
wow.
then we're like playing around with 60 degrees during the day,
Yeah.
right? At the end of the week, it's supposed to be 80. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool here too. It's normally by now we would have had 70-degree day last month at least. Like
Oh,
one
yeah,
that just
sure.
gets your hopes up and then the temperature drops. But I guess
Yeah, we
today's
had-
the first day.
Oh man, nice. We had
But
we had a
that's
couple days that teased us with some weather, but that was about it.
It's been nice though, because I like that gradual. Like sometimes when you get the heat early, it just gets your hopes up.
Yeah, totally. I
And-
hear you.
I mean, the truth is that it's not going to stay until like
Yeah, yeah.
the end of June. No matter
Yeah.
what.
Spokane's weird. It's like it has all 4 seasons, but they all come in like a freaking lion, man. They're always like one season and then it immediately jumps. There's no like gradual
Yeah.
flow into it.
I was going to finish that off by when you said 4 seasons. I was going to say, yeah, in one day.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Mhm.
That is
Oh,
not a lie.
I think we're about to. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh, I was just gonna say I rode into work like 2 weeks ago and got to work and it was like on the verge of raining, right? But it was good. Rode in, never rained on me. Looked outside, it was snowing. I'm like, what?
Oh,
Then
man.
rode home in short sleeves with no jacket because it was like 60 degrees out. What the
Yeah.
heck?
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, it's bonkers.
Yeah, I've had
Yeah, I think we're
sun.
about a week into not having freezing overnight.
Yeah,
Finally, but
yeah, I hear ya.
I've had sun, rain, and hail on one ride.
Gross.
Gotta love those rides.
Yeah, all pelted with hail. Nothing better than that. I'm getting ready for
getting arrows
for a 300. Yeah. I'm getting ready for a 300 miler, and I'm trying to plan an overnighter to make sure my kit's all ready and like all my overnight and all that. And I'm like, dude, can it not be 40 degrees to have to sleep in this kit?
You know? Oh man. Yeah, because you don't want to have to bring all that extra stuff.
Yeah, well, that's just it. And I know like that race isn't until the end of June, so it's like the weather's going to be way better. Well,
yeah.
I probably just jinxed myself. Knock on wood, right? But
how long was that one you did? It wasn't last year, but the year before, right? Where you crossed Washington?
Yeah, 727 miles.
Wow.
Yeah, that was bonkers. It was like, if I remember right, it was 45 or 47,000 feet of climbing by the time it was done.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. Dude,
how much time was that?
Almost 5 days, like within hours of 5 days. Yeah.
Man.
This one's 320 and has like same thing, like 30,000 feet of climbing. But we're gonna, I don't know. I'm debating not racing it. I'm debating just riding it and like enjoying myself. I've got a buddy going with me that is really strong, but he's kind of got the same plan. He's like, I don't know, man. Kind of burned out on the whole like pushing overnight to race. Like, maybe we just catch. There's like 4 big summits that we hit, and one of them's got like a fire lookout tower. And so we're talking about riding and catching sunrises and sunsets on the tops of each of them.
Oh, nice. So,
yeah,
do it for the experience.
Yeah, totally. That's kind of, and my other thought on this is like, if I do that, I can come back in September when the weather's super nice, and then go race it and try for the record. Then I'll know the route and know what to plan, and don't have to take a sleep system and all that. Be a lot faster on it, but that'd be kind of cool. Wouldn't mind having my name on a FKT.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. I'm getting ready for a Grand Fondo right now. That last year I joined it. I got a little ready, but not really. And joined it just to ride.
Yeah.
And then found out in ride that it was a race. At least it's, you know, of course there's people like just doing it just to be like, yeah, I did the distance. But where I ended up, it was a race.
Oh my goodness.
So I ended up not planning ahead and having enough fuel, so I had to stop and lost the front group.
Oh,
and
man.
it came in 11th somehow.
Oh,
I was
nice.
pushing hard. Killed myself.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome though.
But this year I'm preparing for it so I can show up to race. Should go a lot better.
So
and they're giving away pretty nice prizes.
The first time you didn't realize you were in that group? Like,
yeah.
Like that you got.
I like showing. So I did everything, just whatever.
Yeah, show up empty pockets, planning to have pickles and all that at aid stations and.
Exactly. Had 2 bottles. I did bring some gels, luckily.
Nice.
So I had those. I ate like 12 gels.
Oh man.
But it was just I was not prepared fitness wise or fuel wise or tactics wise. And I spent the whole time just pacing. I
guess finishing 11th proves your fitness level of at least your base, right? Like showing up.
Yeah, my base was good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Show up not fit and still be able to hang. That's good. That's
my
awesome.
My base was definitely still there. Thanks to Zwift. I mean, that's
what I was gonna say. I mean, you ride 200 miles a day with Andy, so.
Yeah, that was definitely like I was able to try to figure the rest out as I went. But this time I get the opportunity to figure it out ahead of time, and then I'll be figuring out less on the race. But yeah, so that should be good.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. I'm stoked for you.
Other than this vacation, taking a full week off. When I come back, I think I have like 3 to 4 weeks left or something.
We went to Denver a few weeks back, and I needed it. It was good to like stay off the bike, do like a mental reset, you know?
Yeah.
But we were there for 4 days, I think. Dude, we walked so much, my legs were so sore. But like, I had a couple runs and stuff like that, but nothing crazy, right?
Yeah.
We came back, and it has been like, I've been on here obviously and riding, but getting that like drive that I didn't have during the week of shut up and get back on the bike, you know, and like ignoring that my clock says 4 a.m. You know, it's like, maybe I'll just stay in bed.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing for me.
Yeah, totally.
No, now when I do get on the bike, my heart rate's a little different.
Yeah.
So I mean, even if I take a day off, I'm still like, you know, my heart rate's running just a little bit higher.
Yeah.
But
yeah, just a touch. All right, I've been trying to tell myself like the last couple years, you know, like that taking a week off, like, yeah, that first couple days back, usually kind of brutal, but still worth it.
Nice.
Still worth it.
That's all I have to think too, is the positive side of it. Give my body a full rest.
Yeah, totally, right? I mean, now, unless you take a week off and you hang out at work and never leave and you just keep drinking your beer and all that, like, you know, for a week, that's not really the best.
No. Yeah, that's the thing too. That was one of the things I did for this training, was cut out all the alcohol.
Oh yeah.
No shift beer.
Yeah.
Or anything. Now I just have to put the vacation.
Yeah, I try and do the same thing, like cut down big time, like in the month or two leading, get it all clean and that type of thing, and then drink myself into a stupor afterwards.
Last year, I think the day before my that Grand Fondo, I had like 2 beers. Remember I said I wasn't gonna have any. And I was like, well, you know, I'll have a beer. And then I was like, one more won't hurt.
Dude,
but
that's exactly what happens too. You know, one more wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
I worked pretty hard. I've been training for it.
It's amazing how much it does affect things, especially if it's like, you know, a shift beer a day or 2 shift beers 5 days a week.
Yeah.
I work. It's like my numbers are so much better now.
Yeah.
And that's mainly what's driving me through it, is seeing the huge results.
Yeah, dude. Having results and like, just seeing gains. Sometimes it's tough to like, you know, we all like want instant gratification, right? But just seeing some type of a good thing is always better. That's like myself this year, like, dude, I've been watching my numbers coming back to they were a couple years ago, and it's like after the accident, and I'm like, oh, I'm so stoked about it, and like just seeing, I'm like, my numbers aren't all the way back, but they're coming close. Yeah. Like, but my heart rate's better than it used to be.
Yeah.
Like, oh, let's go. Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty rad. So yeah, I get it.
Hey,
I understand. Like,
you had to take a bit of time off from that accident, didn't you?
Yeah, I didn't ride for at least 3 months, and then that happened in November. I think I started riding back to work in like nice weather, like May.
Yeah.
So yeah, it took a while.
Hey, that's when I do it.
Still, yeah.
I've been watching you do it since like February.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like Yeah, right. Like in the middle of the snow. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like you look at my Strava, and it's all like shows your rides, and it's like just this blank spot, and it's super weird. Like
Yeah.
if I just ride through anything, and yeah, it's funny how it is. All good.
Yeah, that's the big thing with this week. I keep telling myself, just a week. But I'm like, oh, it's a week that I'm gonna look at my numbers and be like, no.
I saw my buddy the other day. I was like, I think I'm gonna get rid of Strava, and he's like, what? I was like, I don't know. I don't really know. I feel like it's me always looking at it.
Yeah. It's like sometimes you have to work to not
Yeah,
think what
it's
it's in.
Yeah,
Hard.
it's like
Or
using
chasing
training
numbers.
Totally, dude, totally. It's like using Training Peaks for Endurance Lab, and I'm like, look at it, see what my workout is, and I'm like, oh, but my numbers, it's like, I should just like make it so I can't see none of that and just ride.
All right, we'll mute them and I'll finish the stream out. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us on the stream this morning. Much appreciated. We'll be back tomorrow morning with our divas. Until then, everybody, say goodbye to Rick. Say goodbye to Rick, everybody.
Yeah.
No one says good day, guys.
What's going on?
No one says bye-bye, Rick.
Bye-bye.
All right. See you later, everybody. Bye for now.
Check you later.
Look on the